Very good morning, all the students of 5th standard. We are learning our histories lesson number 10, historic period. This lesson we are learning, and page number 47 is going on. In yesterday's video, we have studied about the ancient riverine civilizations. In that, Mesopotamia informations we have studied. We have studied Mesopotamia. What is the meaning of Mesopotamia? The word Mesopotamia is referred for the land between the two rivers. And which are the two rivers were there? Which are the two rivers are there? Tigris and Euphrates. These are the two rivers which flows through the three countries: Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. And in Mesopotamia, Uruk and Nippur, these were the prosperous or the famous cities were there at that time, and they were prosperous or famous for their cultures. So today we shall study about the next one, civilizations, that is Egypt civilizations. Egypt, ancient riverine civilization. Now Egypt is also one of the most famous country from African continent. Egypt is especially famous for its pyramids, mummies. The river Nile flows through the eastern part of the Sahara Desert. River Nile. Nile River is considered as the world's longest river, and this river, Nile River, it flows through the Sahara Desert. Nile River, it flows through the Sahara Desert in the north of Africa. What is there? In the northern part of Africa, one of the ancient civilizations, one of the most ancient or the old civilization flourish along its bank. In the northern side of Sahara Desert into the African regions, ancient civilization, it started to be flourish along its bank, along the bank of the Nile River, and this civilization is known as the Egyptian civilizations. This civilization is known as a Egyptian civilization. The Nile gets flooded every year, and the river Nile, it is the world's longest river is there. So this river flooded every year. In the rainy season, this river flow with full of water, so flooded every year. Lot of heavy, means more water was there in this river in a rainy season, so it flooded every year, and the land along her bank has become very fertile. So whatever the land is there along the bank of the river, that land became very fertile because of the flood deposited there. Whatever the flood was deposited with the flood, or because of the flood there, whatever the soil is there from another region, that soil was carried and it was deposited here on the bank of the Nile River, and that soil is very fertile. It is very good crop for the crops. So yeah, so this civilization, it started to be flourish along the bank of the river Nile. There flood was deposited, and because of the flood was deposited, the soil became very fertile, or the land became very fertile there. Also, ancient Egyptians used to build a small embankment. Egyptian people, they used to build the embankment to stop the flowing water, or to stop the flood. What is the flood water was coming into their cities? To stop that water, they built embankment there, or that embankment was used to store the water also there. Wherever the low-lying area is there, in that, if the water came, to stop that, to block that water, they built the embankment. So Egyptian people, they built the small embankment on the rivers to store the flood water. After the soil in the flood water settled to the bottom, the water was used for the irrigation. What the soil is there, mostly when the flood is there, at the time the water is so soft, means soil is there, not good for drinking also, lot of soil in that, so it is muddy water is there. So after some days, when the water will be stored, when it will remain same there as it is without moving, so slowly that soil, it will be started to be deposited, settle down to its bottom region areas, and that upside clear water will be there. That water they use for the irrigation. So when the soil in the flood, water settle to the bottom, that water they use for the irrigations. This one information about the Egypt. Now the next one, it is about the China. The ancient civilization of the China developed and flourished in the valley of the Honghe rivers. There is in China also we can say Honghe river is there. So ancient civilization, it started to be developed in the Honghe river there. According to the Chinese tradition, a king named Hongdi introduced agriculture, animal husbandry, and wheel carts and chariots, boats and clothing in the China. So according to their culture, according to the Chinese traditions, Chinese king named Hongdi, he introduced the agriculture along with that animal husbandry, wheel carts, chariots, boats and the clothing, such things he introduced into the China, and Chinese people believe that his queen, it was a concept of the Chinese people, they believe, they trust, their belief was their Chinese queen, Hongdi king's queen invented the technique of silk productions. She invented the techniques, she invented the method of the techniques of the silk production and the silk dyeing to color the silks there. Silk productions and the silk dyeing there to be drying and to coloring the different colors to the silk. Luoyang, Beijing, Chang and were among the important cities of the ancient China. So Luoyang, Beijing and Chang'an were the important cities from the Chinese territory, from the Chinese country. So this one information is there about the Chinese civilizations. So next one, what is there? Harappan civilization. So this informations about Harappan civilizations we shall study in the next video. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.